Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners Quarterly Awards and Recognition Ceremony. Unfortunately, Commissioner Kemp is unable to join us today, and for the record, I'm going to read in a letter that she sent to me as the Vice Chair. Please be advised that due to an unforeseen scheduling conflict, I'm unable to attend Thursday, April 22nd, 2021 Quarterly Awards and Recognition Ceremony. Thank you very much for that. And we are going to have an invocation and a pledge given by our chaplain, Commissioner Stacy White. You are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll ask everyone, if you're able to please stand and join me for the pledge, followed by the invocation. And I forgot to have my American flag with me today, but I believe that staff can put a virtual flag up for us. There it is. And we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And please remain standing for the invocation. Heavenly Father, we thank you for these wonderful people, these difference makers in our community, these people and organizations and causes that will be recognized today. We are just so thankful for the positive impacts that they all have on our community. And as always, Lord, I pray for members of our armed forces and first responders, that you'll guide them and keep them safe each and every day. I give all these thanks and ask for these blessings in your heavenly name. Amen.
Thank you, Commissioner White. I truly appreciate that. And now, could we have a roll call, please?
Good afternoon. Overman?
Here.
Cohen?
Here.
Hagan?
Here.
Myers?
Here.
Smith? Commissioner Smith? White?
Here.
And Chair Kemp is absent. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Today's ceremony celebrates the county employees, residents, and fellow public servants' work and accomplishments to help Hillsborough County be the best county in Florida. Commissioner Hagan will present our first recognition. Commissioner Hagan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's a real pleasure for me to once again present this proclamation declaring this week as Crime Victims' Rights Week. I think this is my 8th or 9th year presenting this proclamation. It's one that I always look forward to. Joining me in this proclamation is our state attorney, Andrew Warren, and from the Victim Assistance Program, we have Stella Carabine with us. Thank you both for being here. As part of a national trend, the Victim Assistance Program was established over 35 years ago to inform crime victims of their rights, provide support services, and make available restitution. Services are free and are available to assist any crime victim who is a resident of Hillsborough County or who was a victim of a crime occurring in Hillsborough County. Crime victims can contact the Victim Assistance Program by calling 813-272-6472. Now, the proclamation, it reads, whereas Americans fall victim to more than 20 million crimes each year, disrupting lives regardless of age, national origin, race, creed, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or economic status, and whereas years ago, crime victims had poorly defined rights, little access to crime victim compensation, and few services to help rebuild their lives, and the psychological, physical, and financial devastation resulting from violence continues to tear at the fabric of American society. And whereas the voices of this nation's victims have changed laws, policies, and attitudes to promote victims' rights and services, and encourage every person to take a stand for victims and help them recover. And whereas Crime Victim Rights Week theme, support victims, build trust, engage communities, celebrates the contributions that Hillsborough County residents, organizations, and collaborations can make toward building the trust, understanding, and support for crime victims through their journey of healing. And whereas Hillsborough County partners with law enforcement, courts, juvenile justice agencies, victim services, and the private sector to ensure that victims of crime are treated with dignity and the respect that they deserve. And whereas the State Attorney's Office for the 13th Judicial Circuit of Florida is committed to helping victims recover through its Victim Assistance Program, which is free and available to victims of crimes committed in Hillsborough County. And whereas Hillsborough County applauds the Victim Assistance Program for providing exemplary services to Hillsborough County residents and visitors, which sets this community apart as a caring place to live, work, and play. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners of Hillsborough County, Florida is hereby declare April 18th through April 24th, 2021 as Crime Victims' Rights Week in Hillsborough County in celebration of victims and their advocates' voices as an important chorus for fairness and dignity, executed this 22nd day of April 2021. And now I'd like to recognize our State Attorney, Andrew Warren, to please say a few words.
Commissioner, thank you so much. It's been since day one in our office. We've had a commitment to protecting the rights of victims, to making sure that they were not a forgotten part of the process, and that our prosecutors understand that when they're working to achieve justice, they are working to achieve justice not on behalf of the entire community, but specifically on behalf of the victims. Our victim advocates are some of the best in the state. They do such difficult work day in and day out, working with people, helping them through what can be the most difficult time of their life and what can be a very foreign and daunting process to them. And again, they do it with such grace and patience and perseverance, and we have the best victim assistance program in the state. I want to thank Commissioner Hagan, the entire Board of County Commissioners, for their support of our victim assistance program. And as Commissioner Hagan said, this is a joint effort. We work with law enforcement. We work with so many different agencies out there. And it is refreshing to know that so many people stand with us in supporting victims and doing everything we can to achieve justice for them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. And Ms. Carabine, I don't know if you wanted to say a few words or not.
Yes, thank you so much, Commissioner Hagan. Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to let everyone know that we are very honored to be here today to receive this proclamation. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Commissioner Hagan and the entire board for all the support that you have provided to the State Attorney's Office Victim Assistance Program through the years. The Victim Assistance Program staff is dedicated to provide quality assistance to the victims we serve as the State Attorney's Office strives for justice in all cases. I would like to recognize Ms. Jo Carol Bird, who is one of our dedicated victim advocates. She has worked for the Victim Assistance Program for 23 years. I see her give her best every day. She compassionately helps victims of violent crime and homicide survivors navigate the criminal justice system and handles some of our most involved and difficult cases. Her courage gives them courage. We are very fortunate to have her on our team. I am proud to say that I am a member of this Victim Assistance Program team and have been for almost 28 years now. I have seen us all take on the challenges the pandemic has brought us this past year and successfully continue to do good work. I know I speak for everyone in our program that we vow to continue to do so and will, as is the theme of this year's National Crime Victims' Rights Week, support victims, build trust, and engage communities. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ms. Carabine, Ms. Bird, and Mr. Warren for your outstanding service. It's very much appreciated. And Madam Chair, I hand it back to you.
Thank you. And thank you very much for bringing this forward. The victims' assistance has been critical to our success in working with human trafficking victims. So I truly appreciate all the work that's done by your office and your team. It's made a huge difference in a lot of people's lives. The next recognition will be offered by Commissioner White. Commissioner White, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have with us today Thomas Mantz, President and CEO of Feeding Tampa Bay, Kitty Wallace, co-founder and director of the Coalition of Community Gardens, and Stephen Grand, director of Hillsborough County Extension Service. And I welcome each one of you. We had planned to present this recognition on April 7th, but it was delayed. Even though the specific event has passed, this issue is much too important to ignore, and we are proceeding today. Food is life, and so much more. Unfortunately, food waste is a big problem in Florida and throughout the nation. For example, $165 billion worth of food is thrown out by Americans annually. This not only hurts the hungry, it is a waste of water and other resources needed to make food and transport it. That said, this is a very solvable problem, particularly in Hillsborough County, thanks to the wide-reaching, comprehensive efforts of the county and these exceptional community partners who have joined us today. As a commissioner whose district includes numerous agricultural enterprises, I'm proud to present the following proclamation. And it reads, whereas up to 3 million tons of food are wasted in Florida annually, while 1 in 7 Floridians lack consistent access to nutritious food for an active, healthy life. And whereas food waste reduction begins at home, since up to 40% of all food waste occurs in the household, and a family of 4 can save an average of $1,500 annually by changing their habits. And whereas Hillsborough County and its partners are addressing food waste in numerous ways throughout the county, including participating in the inaugural Florida Food Waste Prevention Week, while ensuring residents do not go hungry. And whereas Hillsborough County Extension offers comprehensive education programs, including composting workshops that encourage more vegetable gardening, increasing the amount of food available, and recipe revision, meal planning, and food sharing services. And whereas the Coalition of Community Gardens is a network of 20+ community gardens in Hillsborough County, whose mission is to support the success of community gardening. And whereas community gardens members grow food using organic methods that include a robust composting component to divert food waste from landfills. And many gardens have an active food donation program with an estimated average of 200 pounds a month of fresh produce distributed to organizations and residents. And whereas one of the nation's top hunger relief organizations, Feeding Tampa Bay, is dedicated to ending hunger by fueling potential in every family, child, and senior across its 10-county region. And whereas every year Feeding Tampa Bay sources and recovers millions of pounds of fresh, edible food that might have been discarded, partnering with more than 400 retailers, farms, and other donors to distribute it to people in need, preventing the waste of water and other resources, and curbing greenhouse gas emissions. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners of Hillsborough County, Florida, does hereby declare April 5th through 9th, 2021 as Food Waste Prevention Week in Hillsborough County, and encourages all residents to make a concerted effort to stop food waste by taking advantage of educational programs, community gardens, food distribution organizations, and being the best neighbor they can be. Executed this 22nd day of April 2021, signed by all 7 commissioners, and I believe Tom Mantz is going to be the recipient of this, if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you. I would be happy to, Commissioner White, and appreciate the fellow colleagues in food relief that are here today. I think, the thing about food is that there's enough food to feed everybody in our community every day, every meal. And I think what we all have to recognize is just what you spoke about, which is we have an opportunity to build systems, partnerships, friendships, and other ways of making sure that we recover food and put it on the tables of our neighbors. Last year, Feeding Tampa Bay provided or recovered over 100 million pounds of food and moved that back into the community that would otherwise have ended up in landfill. And along with all the other partners you mentioned across our communities, we're trying to make sure that the most important thing happens in every single household where it's needed, and that is that a nutritious meal is on the table. So we are proud to be a part of this. We often say we're one of the largest recyclers here in Tampa Bay, but we're awfully proud to receive this award and recognition. And I want to emphasize it's on behalf of all the partners that we work with every single day to make sure that we're getting these terrific resources from our farms and from our grocery stores and putting it on the table of our neighbors. So thank you very much, Commissioner White.
Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to see if Ms. Wallace would like to share some thoughts.
Yes, thank you very much. The Coalition of Community Gardens was formed about 5 years ago to really support community gardening. When at that time, 10 years ago, there were really only 5 community gardens in all of Hillsborough County. But now, just opening 2 more gardens in the last couple of months, we're at 24 gardens. And if you look at the map of Hillsborough County, which we have in our booth at the State Fair, you'll see the gardens are spread all over Hillsborough County and can serve as a support and a consultation to neighbors in those communities to help them be able to recycle. And many of the gardens are actually recycling sites so that people can drop off their vegetable scraps and so on at the community garden, which will go back into the compost pile and back into the soil and generate more healthy food. So we're all about growing healthy food, healthy gardens, and healthy communities. Thank you so much for the opportunity to participate.
Thank you. And it looks like your 4-legged friend put some smiles on some faces. I see that on my grid here.
He feels like he has to protect me when I'm talking to people on my lap.
Well, that is a guest that we're proud to have with us today for sure. Mr. Grand, how about yourself?
Yes, I'd like to thank the Board of County Commissioners for this proclamation and honor, recognizing all of the efforts of the Extension Service and all of our partners. I also want to thank all of my Extension faculty and staff that work in this program area. You know, the Extension Service, our food waste prevention programs really run the whole continuum of the food system, beginning with the farmer. We provide those educational and technical resources for efficient food production, preventing waste that could be caused by crop disease and pests. In addition, during the pandemic, we were out there trying to find a home for all of those surplus crops that were out in the fields or that were harvested and didn't have a market for those products. In addition, for the consumers, we provide programs that help families provide nutritious meals on a budget and maximize their food dollars, in addition to helping families learn how to garden and grow their own vegetables. And in the event that there is leftover food, the Extension Service provides programs to encourage composting so that food waste can be turned into a beneficial product that can be used for gardening. So in the end, I believe that raising the awareness of our programs, in addition to our partners, can help expand our beneficial impact we're having on the community. And I would like to, again, thank the Board of County Commissioners for this proclamation and all of our partners for their efforts in this area.
Well, thank you. And again, I apologize that we had to delay this recognition, but I hope to see this week recognized year after year from here forward, and certainly highlights a worthy cause. Madam Chair, I'll hand it back over to you at this point.
Thank you. And I will say all three of you are my heroes. I actually got to see Kitty last week, I believe, when we opened up the community garden at Sly Middle School with Titus O'Neill in celebration of WWE. And Mr. Mance, I just love seeing you. The amount of effort you and your team and volunteers put together as we've addressed the issues associated with the pandemic are just heroic. I don't know how else to describe it. You've done a marvelous job at making sure that those in our county that have been impacted have had access to food. And Mr. Grand, you have one of my legislative aides on your team that I miss, Monica Petrella, and I'm so glad. But having this happen, Commissioner White, I really appreciate it as we open up the state fair to celebrate all the agriculture and the food that is produced here in the county. This is a perfect timing, even though it was delayed. It's perfect timing for celebrating this great award. With that, I am going to offer a accommodation in Commissioner Kemp's or Chair Kemp's absence. The 2021 Regional National Double Goal Coach Award. And with that, I'd like to make sure that we have Assistant Recreation Supervisor Chris Harrison on the line, as well as Parks and Recreation Director Rick Valdez. You're both still on the call?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us today. Every year, the Positive Coaching Alliance's Double Goal Coach Award recognizes coaches from across the nation who reflect the model of a double goal coach, whose first goal is winning, and second goal, most importantly, is teaching life lessons through sports. These coaches focus on the sport itself, not just what's on the scoreboard. They refuse to motivate through fear, intimidation, or shame. Instead, the double goal coach provides truthful praises for every specific constructive correction. Earlier this year, Chris Harrison was recognized as one of those coaches whose dedication and positively impacted countless young persons. In addition to being named the winner of the 2021 Regional Double Goal Coach Award, Chris was recognized as one of 25 coaches and mentors nationally who encourage children to give their best effort, learn from mistakes, and respect teammates. Chris, congratulations on your latest achievement. And I see you have awards with you. They are just amazing. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. We can see it on the screen. And I'm really glad to see those. Thank you, because we're all in our spaces. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today. And it is my honor to share this commendation, which celebrates your hard work and dedication to our community. And with that, I'll read the commendation. It reads, the Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners is pleased to recognize Chris Harrison for encouraging young people to excel in recreational programs, leading him to be named as one of the winners of the 2021 Regional and National Double Goal Coach Awards. Ever since attending the Northdale Park and Recreation Center's recreation program when he was 6 years old, Mr. Harrison has fostered the love of parks that would last for over 20 years. His positive experiences has led him to join Hillsborough County Park and Recreation Department in 2013. Since his promotion as Northdale's Assistant Recreation Supervisor in 2019, his expert leadership in Hillsborough's Youth Leadership Council, after-school programs, summer camp, and teen sports has been fundamental to their success. Every day, he encourages young athletes to thrive in all sports and recreation activities. During the pandemic, he founded a cycling club and other socially distant activities to motivate the public to stay active and healthy. Additionally, he leads the Positive Coaching Alliance program in Hillsborough County, whose philosophy emphasizes the importance of learning, improving, and putting forward maximum effort in any sport. Mr. Harrison's dedication led the Positive Coaching Alliance to select him as the winner of the 2021 Regional and National Double Goal Coach Awards, a testament to his service and our community's youth. The Board of County Commissioners of Hillsborough County, Florida, does hereby commend Chris Harrison for inspiring young people to be winners in sports and in their futures, and wishes him many more years of success. Executed this 22nd day of April 2021, signed by all 7 commissioners. Chris, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. It's an honor to represent Hillsborough County and the Parks and Recreation Department in winning this award. This not only aligns with our mission, but Positive Coaching Alliance furthers our goals to make better athletes, but also more so better people. And this is just a reassurance for myself, my coworkers, that the work we do is important to our community.
Well, it certainly is. And in a day when children have positive role models to emulate, you've done a great job of doing so and sharing that knowledge, that wisdom, and that learning. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. Mr. Valdez, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Chair and fellow commissioners. It's because of your support of Parks and Rec that our team is able to provide the programs we do. Like myself, Chris was a park kid growing up, and this is a little extra special for me because I was one of Chris's coaches when he was a kid in our program at Northdale Recreation Center. I have a short video I would like to share that provides a glimpse of Chris in action that I think will really show everyone what he does day in and day out at our rec center. Could y'all please cue the video?
Yep, stand by.
Coach Chris really leads our culture of inclusiveness. He's the advocate for all of the children. He knows that every child has a different ability level, and he really works one-on-one with the children in order to find what their skill set is and to find their strengths. And then he helps them in their areas of improvement.
This character development tool that we're using through PCA, and Chris Harrison is a perfect example of how that's worked out. I mean, we've hired this great candidate. He's being able to implement the program with the kids and in turn learning from it. And within that, you start to live it. And that's what we're seeing with all of our coaches, and we're super proud of that. Not only is he able to keep it balanced and keep track of score, but he's able to parallel that competitiveness to teaching character traits that are going to be beneficial in these children's future. And it's just really exciting to see when he can tell them that, hey, it's okay if you made a mistake, as long as you're going to learn from it, right?
That everybody makes them. Something we can do when we make mistakes is called a mistake ritual. Who wants to guess what mistake ritual is? Take a wild guess.
For me, it's super exciting because for this award highlights what Parks and Recreation is all about, like having fun with kids, playing sports, and being like positive role models and teaching them what like sports is all about, the life lessons that come with it, the like effort's a huge thing, how they can carry that through life, that it's going to go on beyond like their college years or their sports, they can take that into their life. When it comes to like me growing up here, I got that a lot from the coaches I had, which like I have a lot of great memories and like have those opportunities given to me. So now moving forward, like I want to give those opportunities to the kids that come through our doors.
So today we are here recognizing a very special coach at Northdale that helps make you a better person every day.
What Chris doesn't know, and what we want to share with you all today, is not only did Chris win the regional award, he's one of our national winners.
I
think Coach Chris is a good coach because he is always there to like fill our e-tanks. He always makes us happy. He always plays really fun games. And whenever we're sad or down, he always tries to pick us up with his joy and it makes us happy. So it always makes our e-tank very full.
First and foremost, I want them to have, an opportunity to have fun. That when they're from 2 to 6 or 1 to 6 while they're here, it's all about them having fun, enjoying themselves. Whatever happened at school, whatever happens wherever they go after here, that doesn't matter while they're here.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm extremely proud of Chris and our entire recreation team. And thank all of you again for the opportunity, for providing us the resources we need to have the impact we do in our communities.
Thank you, Rick, and thank you, Chris, both of you. We oftentimes celebrate the wonderful resources we have in Hillsborough County, but I think one of our best resources is our people. And I really want to thank both of you for the great work and the mentorship that you create and the role models that you serve for the kids in our community. That's how we invest in our kids. So thank you so very, very much. I have the pleasure of offering the next proclamation, and that is the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Now, we're doing it a little bit early because the schedule was a little tough in May, but that month is actually in May, so we're going to do that a little bit earlier. I am going to check and make sure everybody's still on the line. I'm looking for Hung Mai, Deepa Sharma, and Debbie Crockett. Are you all still on the call?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much for joining us today. While this celebration is actually in the month of May, it's designated as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. I didn't want to wait another minute to recognize the contributions and challenges faced by those with Asian and South Asian heritage. Hillsborough County is a tapestry of diverse cultures. African Americans, Hispanic, Western, Eastern European, and other numerous communities enrich our neighborhoods. Today, we are recognizing Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Americans whose contributions have made Hillsborough County one of the most inclusive places in Florida and in the nation. It is my pleasure to present this proclamation recognizing May as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. And now with that, I will read the proclamation. Whereas Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander American communities possess deep roots in the United States, the state of Florida, and in Hillsborough County, and whereas Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander Americans contribute to the county's vibrant diversity, greatly expand the region's prosperity, and enriching residents' lives every day by sharing ideas, customs, and wisdom. And whereas Asian Pacific American Heritage Month is observed during May to recognize the valuable influences Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander Americans have made in all areas of life, including government, business, arts and sciences, medicine, education, and law enforcement. And whereas Hillsborough County wishes to bring attention to Hillsborough County wishes to bring attention and to condemn violence and hatred at the direction of Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander American communities, while also making space to create joy, healing, education, and celebrations for the richness of their cultures. And whereas Asian Pacific American Heritage Month theme is Stop AAPI Hate, solidarity, community, and celebration. And Hillsborough County is committing to provide comprehensive support that is equitable, and welcoming to all people. And whereas Hillsborough County is proud to celebrate Asian Pacific American Heritage Month and commemorate its essential contributions, advocacy, and sacrifices made by all Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander Americans. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners of Hillsborough County, Florida, does hereby claim May of 2021 as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month in Hillsborough County, and encourages all residents to recognize the achievements by Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander Americans, further demonstrating the importance of cultural diversity and unity in our communities. Executed this 22nd day of April 2021, signed by all 7 commissioners. Today, we actually have a representative of our own Hillsborough County Diversity Advisory Council, Ms. Debbie Crockett. Ms. Crockett, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner. Thank you very much. And thank you to the entire Hillsborough County Commission for recognizing Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Again, my name is Debbie Crockett, and I am a member of the Board of County Commissioners Diversity Action Council, representing Hillsborough County's Far East Asian community. I would like to just mention, I see on my little grid here, somebody who's joined us, Alicia Whiting-Bozich. She is our, if you don't know, I'm an attorney, and she is the current incoming president of the Asian Pacific American Bar Association of Tampa Bay. So I'm glad to see that she's here with us. I'd like to give a quick little history lesson. And I got this information from the internet, so it's true, but I'm pretty sure this information is accurate. So Asian Pacific American Heritage Month is observed in every May to celebrate the contributions that generations of Asian Pacific Americans have made to American history, to our culture, to our society. It began in 1977 with a resolution in Congress starting with a week-long proclamation. In 1990, President George H.W. Bush issued a proclamation establishing May of 1990 as the first APA Heritage Month. In 1992, Congress then permanently designated May each year as APA Heritage Month. And so why May? And so I had to do a little research again on the internet. And I found out that May was chosen for really 2 reasons. First, to commemorate the first Japanese immigrants to the United States in May of 1843. And May was also chosen because it was the anniversary of the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad, which started in 1862, finished 7 years later in May of 1869. And of course, we all know from history that the majority of the workers who laid those tracks were Chinese immigrants. So I say those years again to you, 1843, 1862 to 1896, and I suspect some of you who are listening here today and seeing me on this screen and maybe watching the YouTube video later, your own European ancestors may have arrived on our hallowed shores here well after 1843 and 1862 and maybe even 1896. So keep in mind your history lesson. Keep in mind your history professors who told you that the Irish potato famine was in 1845 to 1852. The Civil War, our own very own Civil War, was 1861 to 1865. And by 1870, there were only about 25,000 Italian immigrants in the United States. But between 1880 and 1924, more than 4 million Italians immigrated to the United States. And that means, this quick history lesson means that for over 178 years now, there have been Asians in America. I know you're all shocked, right? But when you see someone who looks like me and many of us who are on the screen today, when you see us today in 2021, there is an automatic assumption that I can't possibly be an American. Yet for some of my friends and their families, they have been in America for generations. They have been Americans for generations, longer than some Irish Americans and Italian American families have been in the United States. And today in 2021, we are about to recognize This May, the 44th year in a row since 1977, the many contributions that Asian Americans have had in the United States. But still, at this time, today in 2021, unfortunately, incidents of hate and violence against Asian Americans during this COVID-19 epidemic have risen to unprecedented levels. And sadly, but sadly, really, hate crimes against Asians and the Asian community is not a new phenomenon. Of course, my message to you today, to everyone here in Hillsborough County, is that we must stand up together against hate. But you might say, well, Debbie, how do I do that? I'm not going to go out and picket. I'm not going to go out and protest. That's just not what I am, who I am. I don't want to do those things. So I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do. 1, you can support organizations that already fight these causes, fight for Asian Americans and fight against hate, including programs that protect voter protection programs and get people out to register to vote. You can support those types of organizations. Second, you can educate yourself. You can educate yourself, of course, through the internet, but specifically Asian Americans Advancing Justice. That organization has a free online bystander intervention training program. Because how many times have you watched a video on YouTube or maybe on Facebook and you've seen other people being attacked, and maybe they're not Asian Americans, maybe just someone who's being attacked for no reason on the subway, on the street. This program can teach you as a bystander intervention and training to de-escalate, to keep yourself safe, how to act. So you're not standing there wondering, or as you're watching the video in bed, scrolling, wondering, wow, what could I have done with that? What would I do if I were in that situation? So I encourage you to educate yourself. And the last thing I think you can do to stand up to hate is support locally owned business, whether it's a Black owned business or an Asian owned business. There are so many great restaurants and businesses here in the Tampa Bay area and in Hillsborough County that are minority owned. Go visit them, go support them. So lastly, the next time you're out and about and you see someone who looks like me or anyone who's different than you, I hope that you will think, because the theme today, and it coincides with what everybody else who's spoken today said, I hope you think, hey, that person, that's my neighbor, that's my fellow Tampa Bayan. She and I both want good educational opportunities for our children. She and I both want to live in a clean and safe neighborhood. She and I both want to be paid a living wage at a decent job for an employer who treats us fairly and honestly. She and I have a similar American dream. We want the same things for our families, generations to come, to be better than we are today. So my message to you is clearly there's more that unites us than separates us. So thank you, Commissioner, again, and thank you to the Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners for recognizing APA Heritage Month. And hopefully we'll all continue to contribute to this great county that we live in. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ms. Crockett. I will attest that you serve our Diversity Council quite well. And I do love that that we celebrate the diversity here in Hillsborough County, and it's so critically important. And it's why it makes us such a great place to live, work, and play. With that, I'd like to introduce or ask Ms. Deepa Shah, who is the chair of the U.S. Indo Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Shah, would you like to take a moment to speak to the board?
Hi, thank you for having me today. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak on behalf of the Indo-US Chamber of Commerce. Thank you to the Board of County Commissioners for taking the time to appreciate and recognize our community. And thank you for always supporting the Asian subcontinent community and the continued partnership in all of our various endeavors that we take on, whether it be in the public domain or in the private domain. The community works hard to make Hillsborough County a better place for all of our residents, and we appreciate the relationship. I would like to speak a little bit to the hate crimes and the challenges, as Debbie referred to them. Despite the contributions, the hate crimes and the daily challenges of discrimination are still presented to our community every single day. And the community is committed to positive contributions to the county and make it a better place for all of us. I echo Debbie's call out for supporting local businesses as well as stepping up against hate so that we can all live in an environment of respect as human beings and not only looking externally to see the color of the skin. We're all humans, and if anything we've learned in this last year is human nature does not distinguish, so neither should we. So thank you for the opportunity, and thank you, Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners, for your recognition and including us in this program.
Thank you, Ms. Shaw. I truly appreciate it, and I truly appreciate your leadership with the Indo Chamber Commerce. It's critical that we have those folks that step up to take leadership role. With that, I'd like to introduce Mr. Hung Mai. Would you like, thank you, Mr. Hung Mai, for all you've done to elevate the mission of the many Asian groups that you've brought together and you've brought here today. Would you like to tell us who you have with us today, or introduce everyone and talk a little bit?
Yes. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you all the Board of County Commissioners for your support and recognition of the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. We are so grateful to call this nation our second homeland. We would like to thank you, the Hillsborough County Diversity Advisory Council, especially Debbie, Nan, to make this celebration, happen today. Also, I would like to thank Lisa Montelion, Commissioner Overman A, who graciously coordinate and guided us to be here today. So it's my honor to present to the Board of County Commissioners the representative of each group. First, let me introduce Philippine Cultural Foundation. We got Dr. Abigail Hamilton, Mr. Dan and Mrs. Vivian Dutton, and Mr. Jose Joey O'Mila, my best friend there. Representing the Vietnamese community of Tampa Bay, Dr. Thanh Mỹ Nguyen. Representing the Vietnamese House, Miss Nguyễn Trường Minh Ánh. Representing the Chinese Chamber of Commerce of Tampa Bay, Miss Sunny Duan. Representing Korean United Methodist Church, and also Asian Real Estate Association of America, Greater Tampa Bay, Miss Julie Yo. Representing the National Association of Asian American Professionals, Mr. Meng Lee, he's the president. Representing Laotian community, Mr. Sean Yang. And representing the Diocese of St. Petersburg, Father Nguyễn Vũ Việt, he's the pastor of the Holy Mother of Vietnam Parish. So, Commissioner, we thank you very, very much for your recognition of our Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. I was the past chairman of the Hillsborough County Diversity Advisory Council when the board created in the late 2011 and early 2012. And I chaired this board for 3 years, and I stepped down to give, somebody a new blood into that board. And again, thank you, the board, to make us a better place, to make us call this is a second homeland. And like, Debbie and Deepa said, we very cognizant of the hate crime recently. Mr. Meng Lê, he spearhead to have the meeting with the county sheriff, Chad Cronister, and we have that, coalition right now. We thank you, Chad Cronister, for spearhead on this effort, and he dedicated 3 different deputy around, the county to help us if anything happen. Also, Mr. Munley and I gonna have the conference with the mayor tomorrow about the hate crime as well, so that, we can recognize and encourage, people not to hate our skin or any, color. We are the same as you, and we just want to thank you again for your help to support us in this community. Again, thank you, the Board of County Commissioner. Thank you.
Well, thank you very, very much. I truly appreciate it. And to echo your words, hate has no place in Hillsborough County. And I want to celebrate the diversity and all of that is brought to all of our residents within Hillsborough County. And it's critically important that we do stand for peace and for diversity and to celebrate that diversity and culture that's brought here. Not only by all the residents that live here, but those that move here from other places as well. So I really want to thank you all for being here today and for what you bring to the community in your excellence and your participation, and agree that that hate has no place in Hillsborough County, and want to celebrate those that are bringing awareness of our history and the strength of our community and its diversity. So that concludes our ceremony for today. I really want to thank all the recipients for joining us today, and thank you all for doing what you do for Hillsborough County, and thank those of the staff that help make this happen. It's always a fun time when you get a bunch of people all together online. But I want to thank the commissioners too for bringing an awareness of the awards that we were able to give today. Thank you, Ms. Weiss, for helping us get this done, as well as the HTV team. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you this evening.
Okay, thanks.